Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I have my should you melt this video for this past week. Sorry, I'm just trying to adjust my camera here. It seems to keep drifting down. So, anyhow, this is from our favorites week, or if it brings you joy, melt it. So on the left hand side here, this is my non-empties. On the right, I have my empties. As an FYI, I won't be facing the camera today at all because I have several videos to get through. And for me, it's quicker to do them if I'm not facing the camera. So I'm going to start with my empties. First, this wasn't put into my melting basket, but this is a candle that I got on Candle Day, Winterberry Wreath. I love this scent. This is fresh picked orange, juicy blackberry, warm vetiver. This is so good. I don't know that I do get a little bit of that orange. I don't know that I get the blackberry. But it's just a beautiful, warm, like Christmas type tree scent. I do absolutely love this one. And I do have a second one. I did start burning this one, so you can see it's empty. Because what I've been doing with my candles, I will try burning them first. Depending on how the performance is, if I don't like it or if they start smelling smoky, then I will put it in my candle crock. So this one didn't burn for very long before I put it in my candle crock. I do have a second one that I think when I'm ready to use it, I think I'm going to chop it up so that I get just the pure scent. I think because I'm so used to melting wax, I think that I have a hard time burning candles because I smell too much of the smoky scent from the burning wicks. From Dessa's, I finished a pack of her cotton candy spritzer. I absolutely love this scent. It's just like a sweet, fizzy scent, but it's done really well. I really do like it. So this is a scent that would definitely be a repurchase for me. For me, it performs well. It lasts a long time. I have a hard time getting scents to be really strong in my laundry room. And this is a scent that I also put in my laundry room. And it lasted in there. It like smelled great in there and it lasted in there for quite a while. And it's because of that spritzer, it's like a fizzy pop type scent. It's kind of refreshing. I also finished one of her souffles in the Holiday Nest type. This is such a beautiful scent. It says it's pomegranate. Oh, there is pine. Okay, so there's a pine note in there. But it's I was going to say it smells like you get a tree note, but I didn't see it in the scent notes, but it is in the scent notes. I just missed it. But this is just such a beautiful Christmas tree type scent because it's way more complex than just a tree note. As you can see from all the scent notes. It does say it has cinnamon and clove, but it's not a spicy scent to me. It's just a beautiful, very warm, comforting Christmas tree type scent. I've never melted or burned the candle or got the candle from Nest, so I have no idea how it compares to the actual candle, but I love that, and that would definitely be a repurchase for this next year. I'm trying to see if I have anything else I finished from Dessa. I do not. Oh, yeah, I do. Okay. I also finished Polar Express. I don't have the scent notes on this one, but it's like a chocolate, pine, and mint type scent. It's so gorgeous. I absolutely love it, and this is a great performer. And this is one that lasted like a really long time in the warmer. So definite repurchase for me as well. Just it's sweet and chocolatey, a little bit of that pine and a little bit of a mint. I think there's mint in it. I'm glad she put scent notes on them now. Okay, from L3, I finished this pack of Sparkling Snow. This is rosemary, mint, and peppermint. I have this in my custom order, but with Vanilla Bean Noel. I really love this one, the rosemary, mint, and peppermint. So I'm hoping that I love the one in my custom order with the Vanilla Bean Noel just as well. Because this is beautiful and strong, but her peppermint is like super, super strong and nose clearing. But the rosemary mint in this just really helps kind of smooth it out just a bit because the rosemary mint is a little bit sweeter. And so I really do love this blend. It's very strong, really enjoy it. I'm hoping that, I don't think I've melted the one I got in my custom order, so I'm hoping I like that one just as well. I probably should have stuck to just the rosemary, mint, and peppermint when I did my custom. I also finished this Bougie Bar in Blue Sugar, Warm Vanilla Sugar. I love, love, love this blend. I love blue sugar blends, and I'm just really starting to enjoy warm vanilla sugar blends. I don't have a lot in my collection, so that's something I feel like I would like to add to my collection. This is a super strong thrower and lasts forever, like lasts literally all day. which I know for L3 for me, I don't always get really long performance from her wax, but this is one of those scents that does last all day for me. All right, I think that's it for L3 that I finished. For the Pharmacist's Daughter, I finished, this was a snowflake in Snow Angel. This is Pink Chiffon, Cashmere, Vanilla Bean Noel. I chopped up this snowflake and put it in all my warmers in kind of my main living room area. I could smell it. This one wasn't quite as strong, but I think Pink Chiffon, Cashmere, and Vanilla Bean Noel, none of those are necessarily super strong scents. I could smell them. I could smell this, and I could smell it for a while, but it wasn't like overpowering the space. It was maybe like a 6 out of 10. I enjoyed it. Not as strong as I think other scents have performed for me from Pharmacist's Daughter, but I could smell it and I liked it. I finished, you know, I don't even know if I'm going to remember how this one smelled. I finished a sample from Pharmacist's Daughter in Snow Angel. I don't have a scent description, but I do have a snowflake. Did I finish it in this one? Let me see. 1 second. Oh, I don't have it in here. Okay, so this must have just been a sample that I threw in my laundry room. And so sometimes when I do that, I don't remember how it did. It smells really good though. I don't remember what's in it, and I don't remember how it performed, so. I also, Sleigh Ride, I put in my laundry room. Sleigh Ride is beautiful. I have, I thought I had Sleigh Ride in here. Sorry, I'm trying to figure out. Oh, here we go. Yeah. So I had a sample, and then I had, I think this was a snowflake as well of Sleigh Ride. This is Twisted Peppermint, Red Berries, and Pine and Marshmallow Fireside. This was definitely heavier on the Twisted Peppermint, but it was like Twisted Peppermint with like a little bit of a Christmas tree note. This one performed really well. I love this one. I put this, I think I melted it once in my office, once in my like bedroom, bathroom area, and then the one sample like in my laundry room, and it did really well in all those spaces. So I have had decent, like good to decent performance from Pharmacist's Daughter so far, but I don't know that I've melted it enough to say it's a powerhouse thrower throughout my whole house, right? So the living room, my big open concept living room with the huge vaulted ceilings, is a tough place to get things to perform well. So I still have to kind of see like how well I feel like their wax does in that area, but I have melted other scents that do well in that area, so we'll see. From Swanky, I finished a few things. So this was Snow Queen, and this is one of her roses, and this is Snowflakes, Cashmere, Warm Rustic Woods, and Touch of Sandalwood. This scent was pretty light. On cold, it smelled really good. On warm, it was hard for me to smell this one. And when I could, like, I had to kind of search for it in the air. When I could smell it, it was good. It was kind of a warm, comforting type scent, but it just wasn't very strong. So that's not a scent I would get again from her. I also finished this rose in Long Winter's Night. I think I only had half of it left. This was Lavender Peppermint Vanilla Lace. I love this scent, so this is definitely something I would repurchase from Swanky. It did really well. I melted it in my bedroom. I had a sample from her in Tiki Beach. It was just 2 little tiny strawberries. They were quite small, so I melted them in my office. And even though I felt like I would need more wax in my office too because the sample was so small, I wanted to be able to smell it and see how I liked it because I love Tiki Beach from Bath & Body Works. This blend from Swanky to me has a slight bit of a little bit more sweetness and fruitiness to the Tiki Beach blend, but I absolutely love it. I'm hoping that I can actually get this, or like that she will list it in her next pre-order or in an upcoming pre-order, because I absolutely love this scent. And I don't have Tiki Beach actually from any vendors, I don't think, right now. So I think I'm going to have to be on the hunt for a vendor that has Tiki Beach available. From VCS, Vintage Chic Scents, I finished Winchell's Raspberry Jam Filled Powdered Donuts. Love this blend. The raspberry jam is just a beautiful raspberry jam type scent with a little bit that powdered donut. It's not a heavy bakery scent, but it is a bakery note to it. This, you can smell it immediately when you get it into the warmer. It's probably like a solid 7 to 8 on throw for me, but it lasts like a long time. So that's one thing I think with Vintage Chic Scents. Most of her scents aren't like crazy strong, but they do last a while in the warmer. So I feel like with vendors, a lot of times either you're gonna get really strong throw, but for a short period of time, or you're gonna get more like medium to strong throw for a longer period of time. So hers tends to not be quite as strong, but tends to last for a long time. From Rainbow Melts, I finished this, I think it was like a little Santa Claus head and wrapped. This is vanilla pine cones, Palo Santo, and fire roasted marshmallow. When I first threw this in the warmer, I wasn't sure. It kind of had a little bit of a, like astringent, manly note to it. And I wasn't sure what it was coming from because Palo Santo, at least the ones I've had, tend to be like warm, woodsy scents. But I have heard other people say Palo Santos can be cologne-y. So with this one, I wasn't sure if that was coming from the Palo Santo. So I've melted very little, like I haven't melted Rainbow Melts in a long time. So I'm not as familiar with her scents, any of the new scents she's come out with. And then I realized vanilla pine cones in here. And I know sometimes pine cone scents can be a little bit cologne-y. So I thought maybe it was coming from that. But then I had someone else tell me that the Palo Santo is not the same as other vendors and it does have more of a cologne note to it. So that could be what this one was. After it sat in the warmer for a little bit, I think the warmth, I don't know if that was from the like fire roasted marshmallow or what, it did warm up a bit in the fragrance side of it. So I did enjoy it. It's not a scent I would need a lot of quantity of, but I think it's something that maybe I'd get another tart in like next year to warm it because I did enjoy it. It just not like a favorite. I finished that big cinnamon roll from the Bathing Garden. This is buttermint cinnamon rolls, and that's literally what it smells like on cold. On warm, when you get it in the warmer, you do, okay, one, I think this one threw really well for me, like a solid maybe 8 out of 10. The buttermint, you definitely get that off the bat, but that fizzled out quite quickly in this blend, and then it was just mostly this like spicy cinnamon roll scent. It was pretty heavy on the spice. I did enjoy it, but you have to enjoy like cinnamon, kind of spicy cinnamon to enjoy this scent. It wasn't like a craft store cinnamon. It truly was like just a spicy bakery cinnamon. So it performed well. I melted this even in my main living room area and it did really well in there. So it's a good scent. I might get it again like in a small quantity for next year. My cat is meowing outside my door. I'm not sure why. I may have to get up and let him in. Okay, so I finished a few samples from the Bathing Garden. This first one is Winter Tonka and Charcoal. I do really like this. I don't have the scent notes on any of these samples, but it's one on cold that I really like, so I do have it in a couple clams. Actually, I think I couldn't find the scent notes for this one to put on the clamshell. I'll have to, I know there's a way to look them up, I think, but I'll have to go back and try and figure that out. But I did like this. It's just like a outdoorsy kind of smoky scent. It's kind of like outdoors, tree and smoky, but it was pretty good. I finished this one in Cancer, which is blue raspberry, cream cheese bites, lavender chamomile. This is a weird blend. I mostly just melted it so I had something to put in my laundry room. I couldn't really smell it that well in the laundry room, but the laundry room is a hard area for me to melt in. Just some stuff struggles in there. Rockefeller Lights. These were like 2 little tiny hollies, so I don't remember smelling these in the laundry room either. Yeah, I think they were light. It was light on cold and then light on warm as well. And then I had a sample in A French Country Christmas. This is a favorite scent of mine. It did okay in the laundry room, but I definitely think this is a scent that when I melt kind of more of a quantity of in larger rooms because I have multiple warmers does better, but it is a favorite scent of mine from the Bathing Garden. So that's all my empties. Not like a ton, I don't feel like this week, but I did finish some stuff. I do have a lot of non-empties, and so I think the reason for that is because a lot of my favorites I have in like large quantities. Now, not all of these had I melted prior to melting them, you know, this past week. So some of these, it is going to be like my first time, or a lot of them, my first time trying them. And then this one I didn't actually have in my melting basket. I actually picked this up at Walmart just a couple days ago because it smelled so good on cold. So pear and spun sugar. This is really good. That spun sugar kind of smells like a cotton candy. I think that's probably what that means, spun sugar. But you kind of get that like tart pear scent with like a cotton candy scent. This was really good. Threw pretty well. So I don't know that I need more of it, but I did enjoy it while I was melting it. So I have 4 more cubes to melt of that one. And by the way, has anyone else noticed the price of all the clamshells have gone up at Walmart? All the $2 clams are now $2.22. So yay for inflation. Okay, so I melted some of this from my custom order, Fat Bottom Girls Fresh Pick Strawberry, which Fat Bottom Girls is cupcakes at Tiffany's, don't cross streams, and sweet vanilla spun sugar. So this is just really a Fresh Pick Strawberry bakery blend. I do really like this one. I don't know that I like it as well. I'm not sure if I like her Fresh Pick Strawberry as well with the what do you call it? The cupcakes at Tiffany's. But this one was really good. I really do like Strawberry Bakery. That's like one of my favorite scents ever. So you'll see that. I don't know how much I have of it in here, but you will see quite a bit of it in here. So this was a good performer. Doesn't last quite as long in the warmers, but I did enjoy it. Then I melted some of this Lavender Frost. I got this in my custom order, but obviously not a custom blend from me. I just saw a lot of people rave about it, and so I took a chance and included it in my order. This is Lavender, Christmas Tree, Vanilla Bean Noel, Sugar Cookie, Toasted Mallow. Love this scent. So it definitely has like a wintry tree type scent to it, but it's such a like unique scent when it's all blended together. It's not overly bakery, it's not overly Christmas tree, it's not overly lavender. It's just beautiful, and it was a great performer, lasted a good amount of time, like I think at least 6 hours in my warmers in my main living area. And it's not overly tree, it's not too heavy on the tree that I actually think I could melt this at night too. I didn't try it this week to see how I felt about it at night, but it's definitely one I'd be willing to try at night. From Teddy Bees, I melted a couple squares of Everything Nice. This is Cupcakes at Tiffany's, Strawberry Pound Cake, Sweet Lavender layered with milk and cookies. So I do struggle with my Teddy Bees. I know some folks had commented like to melt smaller amounts in your warmers, like in multiple warmers, or to melt a large amount in a low wattage warmer. I don't have a lot of low wattage warmers. Like all my warmers tend to be, if they're hot plate, 20 watt or higher. Mostly 20 watts. I have some 24, but I tend not to use them. And then I do have a couple light bulb warmers, like the 25 watt light bulb warmers, but they're ones that tend to get hot. That's why I use them. So Teddy Bees is just very particular for me. So I'm struggling with that, and I'm struggling with whether or not I'm going to keep what I have. If you guys have followed me for a while, you know I don't destash, but I'm actually thinking about destashing some of my Teddy Bees, just because I don't think I enjoy it. So I feel like I'm not going to reach for it because I just don't get a great throw from it. So this is everything, unless it's like some of the ones that like I got early last year did perform well for me when I melted them like fall and winter for the most part. So part of me is like, do I just let this stuff sit and cure forever and then try it again? I don't know. I haven't made up my mind. So this is a really nice scent blend. I feel like there's not one of these scents stands out over the others. It's just a good like bakery comforting type scent. When I first put it in my warmers, I could smell it. It was pretty strong. With Teddy Bees, I think one of the things I've noticed too is when I leave the room and come back in, that's when I smell it the most. But when I'm sitting in the room for a while, I like don't smell it very well. I kind of have to search for it, or I have to leave the room and come back in. So when I first put it in though, this one performed pretty well. Like I think a good like 7 to 8 out of 10. But then it seemed to fizzle out really fast. And what I was trying to figure out is, was it because I was just sitting in that room and I got nose blind to it really quick, or was it just fading? I did put this in my office and my whole like living room area and spread it out. And for the most part, I did small pieces to try that out. And then because I wasn't smelling it real great in my living room area, I had like half of one of the squares left. So I took that and dumped that in with my low wattage warmer. I do have one low wattage warmer in my living room. It's a 13 watt, the ones from Scentsy, what are they called? Element warmer. And so I didn't really notice a difference doing that. So I'm not sure. I'll have to see. I've had some that have performed reasonably well, some that I really don't smell at all. So we'll just have to see how it goes. Okay, so this is Nutcracker Sweet from Dessa's. This is gingerbread, sugar cookie, cinnamon rolls, sweet cakes. This is really good. This was just a good cinnamon gingerbread cookie type scent. Probably not my favorite. Like I am hit or miss probably on gingerbread scents, just depending on what they are. This one was on the spicier side. I feel like Dessa's scents with cinnamon tend to be on the spicier side, so I have to kind of be careful of that. But this one was good. I enjoyed it. I melted most of it in my main living room area because this was like one of her mini loaves, so I didn't need all of it, and it performed well. I enjoyed it. I'm not sure that it's a favorite that I feel like I'll need to get more of, but I did like it. I melted a couple of these little coffee cups in Boardwalk Marshmallows, which is, you know, the Bath and Body Works type. I really do like this scent, and I do enjoy it on its own too. It's a good performer, so from her, it's really strong. I mean, that blend tends to be a good performer for most vendors, but from her, it was also very strong. This one I really should have finished up. I have a little bit more of the sweet macerated strawberries. You can see it's just one tart and like a little tiny piece of another one, and I intended on finishing this one, but I guess I didn't get to it. This is the fresh picked strawberry from like Vintage Chic Scents from L3 and several other vendors that I really do love. I tend to like this better in blends, especially like bakery scents, but I do like it on its own too. So, but I do have another bag of this as well from Dessa, so I really should have finished that. But I also melted some of this loaf in the strawberry pound cake, sweet macerated strawberries. Love the blend. I love strawberry pound cake, and I love it even more when some more strawberries blended in. So this is just a favorite of mine. I do need to try to get through this, so I will slowly be chipping away at this one because it is a favorite of mine. See, you're seeing a lot of strawberry. From Rose Girls, I melted some of the Nilla Strawberry Noel. I put like a chunk and a half in my warmers in my office. This one does pretty well. Like, this is a decent performer for me, so I do enjoy this one. And it's just a good strawberry bakery scent, right? It's like sweet and yummy, and you would like to eat something that smells like this. So this is probably a scent that will continue to be a repurchase for me from Rose Girls because it does perform, and I do really love the blend. I also melted at the same time. Let me see if I have it. Where is it? Yeah, so I didn't realize it until I kind of pulled both of these. So this is Fresh Picked Strawberries, Vanilla Wafer, Vanilla Bean Noel. I did this in my first custom. So it's a similar blend as Rose Girls. This, I got it as a sample from L3. And I liked it, so I ordered it with my custom. So it wasn't a blend I came up with. It was one I got through a sample. And then going back and like looking through my Rose Girl stash, I realized this was like somebody had originally tried to mimic the Rose Girl scent. It smells pretty similar, but it's really good. I actually feel like I might like the L3 one a little bit better. It just doesn't last as long. So this is definitely one of those typical L3 scents that like dies out after about 4 hours. But I do really like it. Like that Vanilla Wafer and Vanilla Bean Noel is just so good with strawberry. So I enjoyed that as well. And I enjoy it from Rose Girl. So the nice thing is you can get something pretty similar from L3 if you're having trouble finding it from Rose Girls. From Sassy Girl Aroma. So this is the first time I melted this one. This is Strawberry Filled Twinkies. I saw so many people in her group rave about this scent. I know Charity really likes it. I actually didn't get it originally from Charity, like the idea of buying it from Charity, because I had seen so many people rave about it in her group prior to me watching Charity's videos. But people just rave about this one. Strawberry Filled Twinkies is sweet strawberry jam with Twinkies and vanilla cream. When I received it, again, this is another one I intended on finishing up, but I have a little piece left. When I first got it, I was like, okay, I wasn't too sure on cold what I was going to think of it. But I did warm this twice now, once in my office and once in like my bedroom area. It's okay. Like it's not for me. Like I guess I enjoy it while I melt it, but it's not like, I don't love it. It's not a love for me like at all. The strawberry jam is very sour. It's like a sour strawberry jam. And then it's just this very creamy, kind of generic creamy note. I don't know. There's just nothing that really made me love it. So the performance, it wasn't real strong, which is not typical for Sassy Girl Aroma. Usually I get good performance from Sassy Girl Aroma. I have another one of these little chunky muffins, and I have a whole loaf. So this is another thing, like I'm thinking I might destash the loaf because I just don't love it enough to have the loaf in my collection because I know I won't reach for it. So I am seriously considering doing a destash just to get some stuff out of my collection that I don't love. This is Ava's Eggnog Cookie Dough Donuts. I melted a few pieces in my main living room area, and this was pretty light. It smells kind of light on cold, and on throat, like warm, it was pretty light as well. This is poured November 3rd of last year, so it should be well cured. So not overly impressed so far with anything I've melted from Ava's. We'll have to see how it continues to go. From the Bathing Garden, I melted a couple cubes in this Candy Cane Blizzard. Oh my god, this one's so good. I just put 1 cube in 2 different warmers at night in my bedroom. Super, super, super strong. Nose clearing peppermint. Absolutely love it. Again, this is one I contemplated finishing up this week just because I do have one of her large clams in it. But this is something I will reach for year round because I love melting minty scents all year long. This is Marshmallow Krispies. This is literally like Fruit Loops and maybe some marshmallow. I melted 4 cubes in my bathroom. That was too much. I probably could have done like 1 cube in my bedroom, 1 cube in my bathroom. This scent is super, super, super strong. If you like kind of like Fruit Loop scents, like it's just like it's Fruit Loop with a little bit of an extra creaminess, I think you'd really like this one. So if you haven't tried it, definitely recommend checking it out. It's really good, but very, very powerful. From Sea Sugar, I melted roughly half of this souffle. This is raspberry thumbprint cookies. This truly is just like a raspberry cookie scent. So good. She has a really good raspberry as well. This is a good performer. I did melt this when we were also cooking, like kind of as like brunch because it was like 11:30 last weekend. So this was competing with what we were cooking in the kitchen. So that kind of made it difficult for me to smell this one. So I'm glad I have more to be able to melt this kind of like in my bedroom on its own or in my office or at a time when no one's cooking. Because as you guys know, like some scents, just especially bakery, I think have a harder time battling with like scents of cooking. So this from L3 is Sweet on Paris, Strawberry Pound Cake, Vanilla Birch. I believe I got this as a sample from L3 as well. I do really like this one. This one seemed to be a little bit lighter on throw than I remember from my sample. So it's good. I melted this in my main living room area. I will want to try this more in like my office bedroom and see. It's just a good like strawberry bakery. That vanilla birch just gives it a little bit of like a tree note, like an outdoorsy tree note, but I did really like it. I melted some of my beloved Fraser Fir French vanilla. So I do have 2 chunks left, 2 of the big squares left. I love this scent. This is definitely something I will continue to melt probably for the next couple months while it's still cool out. And my hope is to finish it this winter just to not carry it into next year, but it's definitely one I would request from L3 for the future, you know, around Christmas time. This is another L3 that I got a custom last year. This is Fresh Pick Strawberry, Pink Chiffon Boom Boom. I love this blend. I believe I also got this as a sample from an order that I got from her and I loved it and I was like, I need more. So I melted it once. It's a great performer, lasts a long time. Just a beautiful scent. And then last of my non-empties, again from a custom order, my recent custom order from L3, Sleepy Time Pink Sugar Rosemary Mint. So Sleepy Time is a lavender blend, or lavender and pink sugar and rosemary mint. I really do like this. It's not heavy on the mint because the rosemary mint is a sweeter type mint, and then with the pink sugar and lavender, but it's just a very soothing, relaxing bedtime scent. So definitely like this one as well. So I definitely enjoyed a lot of the stuff I melted this week. So it was a great change of pace from the prior week where it was risky week. I will be recording and uploading next my scent picks for this coming week, which is vendor week. So stay tuned for that. If you guys followed along, definitely here to, would love to know what you melted this past week. If you had any new favorites that you melted, did you have any disappointments of things you thought you loved on cold, but when you got it in the warmer, it just wasn't for you? Definitely love to hear kind of how your week went. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will talk to you soon. Bye.